And then the, let me see here. I can't mute Crystal. I don't know why I can't mute her. Nikki, can you try and mute Crystal? I'm just going to try and put people on so we can get, and will this be recorded? Yeah, it's always recorded. Yeah, Emma, you betcha. Okay, so I want to welcome you to tonight's team call. It's the last Wednesday of the month, and this is when we talk about finishing strong, and we want to teach you guys a little bit about what that looks like and how you can really make sure, and it's crazy after 15 years of being in this business, I can't tell you how many last minute down to the crunch promotions that we have done. And it's amazing how a deadline makes us get into action. And I'm sure we've got some stories on here tonight that we can share. So let me see who else is on. So tonight's theme was superheroes. If you got it, if you're a superhero, you can tell us what you've dressed up as. Angela, can you guess what Angela is? You can put it in the chat button. What's Angela? You guys don't be shy. Melissa, what kind of superhero are you? What do we call you?
I'm just surgically repaired.
You're rebuilding your superpowers, aren't you?
I'm slinging it. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, look at Sarah Mokhtar. Sarah, that's awesome. I'm thinking that that's like the Hulk. We got Wonder Woman and the Hulk. Yeah. I'm an orange. I'm a vitamin C superhero tonight. It's my kids' costume, so I don't fit in it so well. Awesome, guys. Okay, well, we'll get started. I've got a couple slides that I want to share, but before I do that, is there anybody that wants to welcome any of our new team members? Any newbies on before I get started? I know we've had so many people joining us this month. Nope. Okay.
Wait, I'll go, Nicole.
Yep.
Actually, my cousin Terry is on, and she has been loving the product for years now, since 2015 actually, and just came on board in June and just hit Partner Plus today.
Wonderful. Congratulations. Where does she live?
She lives in Kapuskasing, so if we have anybody up in that northern part, she'd probably love some support, but for now we'll do online stuff for her.
Awesome. Tell me, like, how far is that? That would be by what big city?
Cochrane.
So that's in Alberta?
No, it's in Ontario. It's like about 10 hours from here.
Oh, okay, like way up north.
Yeah, I think 8 hours from here. Yeah.
Okay.
Timmins.
Yeah. Timmins. Okay, got it. Awesome. Well, congrats. Yeah. Anybody else want to do some announcements about some shout outs this month?
Yes, I want to congratulate Miss Megan on sales coordinator. I'm so proud of her. Yeah, I just see her team growing, and she's got her own thing going on, and it's really cool to see her like stepping up and leading her team. And Kelly, another rep in Kingston, just hit QSC also, which is exciting.
Awesome. Wow. Some good action out of Kingston. Hey, Kingston.
Oh yeah, we're growing. I'm going home for my holidays in August, and we're going to do an event.
Awesome. What is the rule now? You can have 50 people?
I don't know, actually.
I think it's like 50 people in an enclosed area as long as you're wearing masks.
Well, I'm definitely not doing that. I'll be outside.
You'll be outside. Yeah. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Sarah, Ontario is 50 indoors and 100 outdoors.
Perfect.
I can tell you that as an event planner. It's the most annoying thing about my job.
100 it is then.
Awesome. I love it. Anybody else want to do some shout outs or announcements before we head into some training tonight?
I'll do a shout out to Celissa. She hit Partner Plus. She was working really hard, so I was proud of her. We did an event as well, so it's Good.
Awesome. That's great. And she's our young one. She's our baby. What is she? Is she 18?
She's 19.
19. Yes, I love that we have so many young people brave enough to share. It's so exciting. That's wonderful. Congratulations.
I also I'll do a quick shout out because she is on here finally. One of my newest members, Bev. I don't know if she disappeared, but she was on here.
Awesome.
I know she's
Okay.
been able to get on, so welcome, Bev.
Welcome, Bev. Yay. I love it. So good. Okay, guys. So I've got a couple slides I'm going to share that we're going to talk about today. So I'm going to open it up for you guys. Slideshow from beginning. Okay, can you guys see that? Brandy, I can see you in my screen. Give me a thumbs up. You see that? Okay. So I thought it would be cool to kind of talk about what a superhero is as we close off this month. I think we all have our own idea of what a superhero is. I just found this as a definition on the website. So a superhero is a person who does heroic deeds and has the ability to do them in a way that a normal person couldn't. So in order to be a superhero, you need a power that is more exceptional than any power a normal human being could possess. And you need to use that power to accomplish good deeds. And I was like thinking about that, and I was like, you know, in order for us to kind of go through the marketing plan, we really have to find our superpowers. And I think, Sarah, you would agree that sometimes we have to dig deep to find them. But I believe that we all have them, and they all show up maybe a little bit differently for us. But I do have to say that there are some qualities that if you do want to move through our marketing plan, that needs to show up on a consistent basis. And I kind of go back to the days where I started to really commit to this business, is I started to have some strong boundaries of what I was going to say yes to and what I was going to say no to. Some of you have probably heard some of the things that I committed to, because I'm going to be honest with you guys. You know, if your goal is to get to, let's say, national marketing director, where the average is about $5,000 residual income in a corporate benefit package, I'm gonna just come right out and say that you have to sacrifice. You have to make some short-term sacrifices. And I'm not beating around the bush on this one, because my superhero in the business told me that long time ago. It's like, Nicole, if you really want that income, if you really don't want to go back to your corporate job, if you really don't want to do that 3-hour commute, if you really don't want somebody looking after your kids, you're going to have to sacrifice. And I remember I was I think a stuck senior sales coordinator, probably making about $2,500 a month. And this was the question she asked: what are you willing to sacrifice in the next year to double your income? And I remember this big lump in my throat and this big lump in my stomach. And I had to kind of journal it out. And then I just, in that moment, decided that I needed to double my income. I had a lot of personal stuff going on. I had a lot of debt that was showing up. And so my sacrifice was no more TV. I said goodbye to the TV forever. And I think, you know, I barely watch TV today because it just turned into a habit. And I see people nodding. These are the people that are moving in our marketing plan, right? You have to sacrifice. So, you know, some people come on board and they think, oh, I'll just put like 20 minutes in or 30 minutes in and think, you know, in 3 years I'm going to get to the top, but it doesn't work like that. I always want to, Sarah, I know that you hit NMD in 3 years. Can you share a little bit of the superpower that you found for yourself to help you, you know, get to that place working full time and having a toddler?
Yeah, just exactly what you said. It was a conversation that Jen Brennan had with me. I was never really stuck, but I wasn't making the money that I wanted to be making. And she's like, well, you can't go to bed at 8 o'clock and expect to be making 6 figures. And I thought, what? No. And it drastically changed. Like and it was sacrifices, you know, staying up later, getting up earlier. But when my son was born, Jagger, that's kind of when it really changed. And just trusting that it's going to happen when it's going to happen, but you have to do the work. It's not going to just fall into your lap. And yeah, it's definitely all about the sacrifice.
Awesome. Thanks for
Being
sharing
on
that.
team calls, because I know a lot of people, like, sorry to just keep
Nope,
going
keep on going.
slightly, but doing the little things too, yes, getting out of your comfort zone, staying up a little bit later, not watching TV, but being on team calls, I feel was a big one for me, and going to events. I mean, I know right now we're in a time where, events are happening online, but I was one of those people that are like, oh, I don't need to go to events, or I don't need to be on the team calls. And looking back on that, oh my goodness, I can't, it's just so important to be in the community and to go to the events, to build your belief in the product, in the business, in the community. It's just so important. And yeah, that makes sacrifices. When Jagger was born, I didn't want to leave him ever as a parent, or sometimes I know people with older kids are like, yes, I'm gone. But when your little guy's a baby, but you have to. It's just part of, if you had a business meeting, you can't just not go to it, right? This is a business meeting. And it was a non-negotiable. So yeah, sacrifices.
Yeah, awesome. And I've been doing a little coaching this week with the team. And I have to say, sometimes as leaders, we have to do more fathering than mothering. And what I mean by that is you'll get a new partner that will, let's say, sign up. And, they've got goals. They've told you maybe how much they want to make in a month. And, you're really excited for them. And then the first thing you say is like, okay, open up your calendar and give me the first date we can set your grand opening and do your Zoom launch. And then they like freeze up and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm not doing that. I'm not having a grand opening. I'm not like getting on Zoom. I'm not going to show my face. I'm not going to tell people what I do. And this is this is my coaching this week, and then I'll move forward on some other stuff I want to share. But think about this. This is actually pretty profound, and in regards to us as adults. So this has happened a few times this month where they're like, no way. And so you have to father, and the fathering is like this. Do you trust me? You've just opened up your own business, and I know it's going to be uncomfortable. Okay, I totally know it's going to be uncomfortable, but I guarantee that the magic in this business is going to happen outside your comfort zone. So just trust me that this is just what you need to do. Now, some people will do it, but I like to use this analogy. If they have kids, and let's say their child is like, oh my gosh, mom, I have to present in front of the room, like the classroom, a presentation, and I'm so scared. There's two options that you could do as a parent. The mothering would be, oh, don't worry, Johnny. I'm going to do a sign up a note, and I'm going to exempt you from going up there because I know it will give you anxiety. That's the mothering in us. We want to protect our kids. And the fathering, what would the fathering do? You're going to go up there, and you're going to do the best job, and you're going to feel the fear and do it anyways. And think of us as adults, if we have kids, imagine the message that we're sending our kids when we decide not to do something that'll move our business forward because we're scared. It's like if we tell them that they don't need to go, imagine us. So it's more of just being a role model. And I always tell everything that I've done in this business is that I've been scared of has definitely propelled me in every area of my life. So the whole, do it, feel it, fear it, but just do it. And I can tell you that the gifts will be so amazing. And so, yes, I must be the father, Shannon. Exactly. Yeah. And Michelle Rogers taught me that. I know Michelle Rogers is one of our top female income earners in all of Canada. And she said when she started to shift from going from mothering, and actually, Ilona, I don't know if you're on here, dear, but your language today when we were going back and forth was so powerful. I don't think Ilona's on here, but she says, I'm gonna maybe swear. I won't fully swear, but it was a swear word. This is what she said. I buy into other people's BS stories, and I let them off the hook because people will give you their BS story. Oh, I can't do that. No time in my schedule, instead of challenging. So when we buy into the story, we enable them. When we challenge them, which is fathering, we might evoke a little bit more of an emotion for them to maybe go into, I can do this. And so it's a big shift. I know it was really hard for me to go from mothering to fathering because I am such a mother. But let me tell you, if there are any distributors on here or partners that I have fathered, you can put in the chat, did it help you? Did I help you get to the next position? I'll give you one example. I fathered Angela not too long ago. Angela's Superwoman on here. And I know that she's pushing every day out of her comfort zone. And I remember when we looked at the numbers, Marie, who's on here, was so close to QSC. And she's like, yeah, I guess we'll do it next. We'll do it next month. And we still had a couple days in the month. And I told Angela, I said, no, that is not good enough, because her impact of playing small is going to impact this person, that's going to impact this person, that's going to impact this person. So I left a message. Angela forwarded it to Marie. Marie heard it, and she got up and played big. She finished strong. Not only did she get to QSC, but then she helped Randy get to sales coordinator in 30 days. So if I would have mothered, I would have enabled both Marie, Angela, and Randy to play small. And was I serving them playing small? No. Was it hard for me a little bit to kick Angela in the butt and then have that message passed on, because I barely know Marie and Randy? I was like, maybe they'll get really mad at me. This was going in my head. Maybe if I send this message, they'll want to quit the job, like quit the business, because I'm too much of a hard ass. Like, these are all the stories that were going in my head. They had probably no idea that these stories were playing in my head, but I still did it anyways. So I was still fearful to leave the message, but I knew it was the right message to leave because it was coming from a servant's heart. So that's what I mean by fathering.
That message helped me because Marie pushed me, Angela pushed me, and Randy pushed me to where I'll be tomorrow. So right. I thank you for leaving that message.
Awesome. Yeah, so when we can all grow to be a better leader, it will serve your entire team, trust me. Okay, does anybody else want to comment on that before I share it another screen? Does anybody else want to have a comment?
It's so true. I know I was very resistant, through my whole business, probably up until about QNMD, and that's when the switch went. But I remember going for SSC. Melissa Hyde fathered me hard that day. She messaged me in the morning and did not let me play small. But I'm so grateful because I would never have gotten that position. It was the day of, and I just like, oh, I'm not going to get it. I needed like 2,000 PVC. She's like, nope, not happening. You're going to message these people. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm, in my head, I'm like, I'm not going to message them. And she's like, did you message them? So I'm like, okay, I did it. And, it happened. And who knows if that day never happened, I would never have gotten to the other level. So I have a hard time fathering. So this call is good for me because I know that my business might be a little bit further ahead if I can get my fathering pants on.
Awesome. Thank you for that share. Okay, so what I want to do here is just take you through some ideas of how to finish strong this month. So first off, you want to know where you are with your volume in the month. So you're going to pull down you're going to pull off your downline growth report. And all you need to do is to go to your virtual office, go to team data and former reports. And maybe Sarah, you can type that in the chat as I'm talking. And then you click off downline growth report in all countries. You get it emailed to you. And your numbers are there, your team numbers are there. If you're so confused and you don't know how to do it, don't worry about it. You always send it up to your upline, Voxer them, and they will walk you through it. But you always need to know where your numbers are at the end of the month, especially this last month, so that you can finish strong. You also want to make sure that you're printing off your customer care genealogy report. That's in the same location. Virtual office, former reports, get your customer genealogy report sent to you. You get to see all of your customers. You get to see where and when their next shipment is going to go out. You're also going to see if you have any declines. These are declines. If they are declined, it means we've got credit card issues. if you don't follow up with your customer, you might lose them because they might not even be aware of it. Our head office will reach out to them upwards of 5 times by either email or phone call. But oftentimes it can go into junk mail. People don't check their messages. And so I have had customers that are totally surprised that our company tried to connect to them 5 times. So you want to make sure that you are on top of your customers. A lot of times our customers, 1, forget to upgrade their customer or their credit card, or 2, that they have no idea that it has been declined or that it's been maxed out or whatever their issue is. So your job is to make sure that you stay up on customer care. Second thing with my customers, so I just went through this the other day with my customer genealogy through Power Hour, and I was going through to find out where the canceled were, where the active were, and then I was reaching out to them and letting them know that we have our next shred coming up on August 30th, and if they would like to get more information and be part of our free program. And then as well, you want to make sure that you continue to invite to the last day of our event. So as we finish up strong on Thursday, we have our overview call at 2 o'clock. We have a shred presentation I'm doing for Yeti and her team, but everyone is invited. It's at 5 o'clock to introduce people to the shred program. And we also have a corporate tower garden talk at 8 o'clock, and that's put on by Stephen Ritz, or not Stephen Ritz, sorry, Tim Blank and Steve Williams, and it's going to be, again, focused. So there's 3 events that you could be inviting to so that you can close off really, really strong. As I move into, I want to talk about the shred now, because as you guys know, we typically start the first Monday of every month, and we focus on a solid, hard 10 days of really rallying people to get those new habits. As you guys know, in our Design Your Sweet Life page, we still continue doing shred lifestyle from day 11 all the way to kind of day 30 at the end of the month. But those first 10 days is a really important time to kind of launch your customer, give them awesome support, and make sure that they understand what to do, how to do it, and really hold their hand. And so I want to talk to you about how we build into our shred event. So if you've never done a shred, it's a great time to start August 3rd. I think, Marie, you're on here. Marie, do you want to just jump on and share your shred experience? I had no idea that you were doing the shred behind the scenes. And then when you did your before and after picture, it was shocking the changes happened.
Yes, I started to the shred in May, and I lost 25 pounds. And so I posted a before and after, and I think that Nicole was like, whoa, but I wasn't doing it like hardcore. And that's what I wanted. I wanted to have that experience to share with people, that like, I just modified a few things, and then the next time I did the shred, I modified a few more. And so I really shared that out, and I got a lot busier with people being interested in what I was doing afterwards. So I'm finding the shred is a really great way to pique curiosity.
Awesome. And then do you want to share what, I don't know if Marcus is on, but do you want to share your nephew's success too as a young boy and athlete?
Yes, Marcus, actually, he's getting a 6-pack here now, but he's 18 and he started on Juice Plus, and he said it really helped. And then he was able to start posting, and actually he just made a video today. I think he'll be posting it about how he used his bonus money to buy this fancy one-wheel skateboard thing. So $1,700 or something, but it was all like bonus money in his paycheck, because he said he wouldn't buy it until he got the earnings. So he's motivating himself and hopefully motivating young people to see what they can do as well.
Yeah, I think
we just have Marcus there in the screenshot. I don't know if people can see his shot.
Hold on here. Oh, there we go. Yep. Can you guys see that? Here,
That's Marcus before and after.
That's our gamer. He started taking Juice Plus, and he just like loved it and changed his brain and started working out. And the next thing we knew, he had a before and after too. So now we're working on ours.
I hear it's a little harder after 50. I'm trying. I'm really trying. That's awesome. Okay, let me go back to my share screen here.
I'm changing on the inside.
That's right. Exactly. Yeah, okay, so I mean, there's some inspiration on the shred. If you haven't done it, I would encourage you to do it, because when you do it, I always feel that I raise my vibration, I raise my excitement in life, my energy is always through the roof. So I started shred when I got back on Monday morning from my trip. So I'm on day 3, and like I don't sleep as much. I get up, I'm moving, I just feel so like awesome. And I love the intermittent fasting when we stop eating at 6 and we don't eat till about 10. That's what I do. I do kind of a 16 and 8. But what you want to do is, because we're finishing strong, you want to make sure you're shouting that out to the world. So you're posting on social media. And I do it consistently now. I'm learning from the great. I'm learning from the Callie Morgans of the world and the Marissas on our team that seem to get tons of orders every month. And I'm trying it on, and it's starting to work for me. It's starting to catch on. People are starting to just order right off of my link on Instagram, which is exciting. It's like the first time that happened, I was like, oh my gosh, it actually works. So, but it's taken me, you know, consistent. I think I'm in my 2nd month of being consistent. So if you are using such platforms as Insta Stories, you do have to start doing it on a consistent basis, right, Sarah? Showing up consistently with your message and branding yourself, so eventually people are really trusting you and knowing what you stand for, and then they buy into your story. So you want to make sure that maybe you start to and follow people on our team that do a really good job. I know, Sarah, I was watching you this week on your Insta stories and how beautiful and pretty they looked, and you know how you were just, you know, building up your story to the shred. And that's what I mean about finishing strong. And so you can be getting into the habit of having a schedule of feeding into that. How do we support our shred customers? So you want to make sure that you're putting your shred customers in our DYSL page. I like to actually just privately message them. I know that Randy and Marie, you did a great job. Oh, hold on here. You guys did a great job last month creating that Facebook Messenger chat, and you threw all of your shredders in that, and then there were kind of daily posts. I know for some people they left because it was too much, and then some people loved it. So I always just tell people, like, if you want to get into a chat like that, it's going to blow up, it's going to inspire you. If that's too much, just follow us on the main page. So you just ask your new shred person, like, how much support do they want, right? How much hand holding, and then you service them at that level. And then you also too, once they have 10 days under their belt and they've had a positive experience, you want to maybe plant the seed in regards to sharing the opportunity with other people if they've had a positive experience. And I think that's so important, because I do know a lot of people are financially suffering right now, and we need to get brave and have those conversations. I was training this, I think, the other day on Sarah's team, that right before COVID, the numbers that I saw were there's 12,000 people a day sign up for a network marketing company around the world. That was before COVID. So can you imagine what the numbers are now during COVID? The numbers would definitely be much higher. I couldn't find a new number. But what I'm saying, guys, is one of the biggest things that you can do to help grow your business is be brave and have more brave conversations around asking people to join the mission. Because what do you have to lose? They're either going to say yes, no, or not right now. That's it. And imagine just being peace with either answer and not taking it personally, and being okay with that. And I know that you know, there are some team members right now on our team that are bringing on a ton of partners, and I guarantee that they get a lot of no's. But guess what? In those no's are getting some yeses. So tonight's theme is superheroes. How brave are you going to be to finish strong tonight? That is the message. And what message are you going to give to your kids? Because as you are brave, they will watch. And I think that all of us can be our own hero in our own way and to find our superpowers, because I really believe we all have them. Okay, is there any suggestions on how to close a deal on getting someone to join the team? Yeah, let's talk about that.
Get them on the three-way.
Three-ways are amazing, Shannon. So connect with one of our leaders and on your prospect and get them on. We usually close them. We're just really good at asking the questions. The magic is in the questions. It's stuff like, you know, why would you want to join our team? You know, and finding their pain. We got to find their pain. So if their pain is financial, we're going to say, like, what would $1,000 do for you? And imagine getting $1,000 in your bank account. You know, would you be willing to? So there's a little bit of rapport that we do. There's some high yielding questions. We find the pain and we just yield a little bit to, you know, where we need to go in the conversation. So that's what I would do, Shannon. I mean, I love 3 ways. Sarah, you love 3 ways too. It's magic happens in the 3 ways for sure.
Nicole, I have
Yeah.
a question.
Yeah.
I'm meeting with my personal trainer about Juice Plus tomorrow. Is there another personal trainer on our team that would be available around 3:15 to support me in that call?
Well, I do know that Melissa Hyde is doing the overview call at 2 o'clock. I don't know if you could tweak your meeting and actually jump on the 2 o'clock, but Melissa Hyde has been a personal trainer for over 30 years.
He works till 2:30. That's why we moved it till 3.
2:30, yeah. I mean, we could ask Melissa. We could, I don't know what her schedule is like, but we could reach out to her. She is doing the overview call from 2 to 2:30, and Jen Brennan is on holidays this week. So those are our 2 gals.
Okay.
Yeah, but we can look. Yeah. So that was the team call tonight. I'm going to open it up now for Q&A. I just want to, again, you know, thank all of you guys for being superheroes in your own way. It's just beautiful to see all of our new team members. Just about every day there is somebody either being promoted or being welcomed. And obviously you guys are doing the do and getting the message out. So you guys should be very, very proud of yourself, because it is a very driven mission cause of helping people from the inside out. And then of course we have to be our own role models so that our community sees what we're doing, and I see a lot of that on social media. So congratulations, guys, and I'm excited to announce some promotions, bigger promotions at the end of the month. We have to wait until it gets finally approved, but there's a few more leaders showing up on our team this month, which is so excited, and it gives I know everybody that hope that you know, it's doable to move through the marketing plan.
Nicole, who's doing the shred call tomorrow?
I'm doing the shred call tomorrow at 5 o'clock for Yeti and her team, because we're helping her first QSC. I think he's 4 orders away, so we're hoping the shred call tomorrow will close the deal. But you guys can jump on and leverage the call for sure.
Good.
Okay. Yeah, Stephanie, I love the idea of fathering. Yeah, we all, hey, it's a big transition. I didn't learn this skill set until I was an NMD. So you guys, if you can learn this a lot earlier than me, you'll be a lot farther ahead than I would ever be.
Oh, I saw Richard was on the call, so I want to welcome him to the team. Richard Thomas from Australia.
Wonderful. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so let's open it up to any other Q&A before we wrap up. And sorry, I gotta keep my phone. Don't people know I'm on a team call? Why are they boxering me? You guys are boxering me right now, trying to shut it off, and you guys won't let me. My boxer is open 24/7. I'm shutting it off. Okay, sorry about that, guys. There you go. Yeah, any comments, questions, excitement? You guys are ready to finish strong? Yeah? That's great. So just so you guys know, it's Friday at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time where the office shuts down and the numbers shut off. So if you are going for that goal this month, you just want to make sure that you get your orders in before 5 o'clock on Friday. And if you don't make it, okay, if you don't make it, Sarah, what do?
Keep going.
We keep going, and we don't have a pity party, and we don't binge on ice cream and potato chips.
Yeah.
We dust ourselves off and we get going again. And listen, do you know how many times I never went to the special swanky 12 Club Elton Awards? I missed a lot, and it'd be, nope, it's this year, and I'd miss it. And I'd be like, nope, it's this year, and I'd miss it. And I just remember, one day I'll have 12 people under me working. One day and I didn't quit. I did not give up. So I'm giving you guys hope that some months, if you're so determined to get there and it doesn't happen, it's okay. This is a long-term plan, folks. It's long-term if you are in.
Nicole, what do I do with the tickets? Is that for like the next one that is live?
Yeah, exactly. So fingers crossed that next year there'll be 2 lives in the US and 1 live in Canada. There's also will be a live in Australia. So for our Australians, they will do usually in March they have a live conference for our Australian friends. So yeah, and you can, because I think you've got a couple of them, so you could probably use one for Canada, and if you wanted to go down to the US, you could use one. But based on those COVID numbers, I don't think anybody's going to the US anytime soon, just saying. That's a little scary.
Fair.
Awesome. Anything else, comments, questions before we wrap up?
How do I get my tickets?
They usually will just email it to you.
Okay, great.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, well, thank you so much for your team support, and I wish everybody a strong month, and we will tune in, I guess, for tomorrow if you guys are going to be on the Shred call. I will be running it, so I'll see more of your smiley faces. And then I will wish you guys all a long, happy weekend as well. We're heading into one of our second last long weekends of the year, so enjoy your long weekend, everybody, and thanks for tuning in.
Thank
Andy,
you.
can you Voxer me, please?
Thanks,
you,
everyone.
Nicole.